everybody, this is Leslie with Black Dog Vintage and welcome to my Sunday haul. So I was at the flea market and also an estate sale today. So it was fun. I had to kind of think a little bit outside the box today. I had to go to an estate sale also because my normal flea market people that I buy from a lot of my sterling silver from, they were not there today. So I had to kind of like wing it. And sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's good to get out of that like whole complacent mindset, you know, when you do everything the same week after week after week. And yeah, it was actually pretty good to have to go and find some different stuff. And I did. I found some interesting pieces. I found some really unique pieces, and one might be slightly illegal. And we're not sure about that. I'm still doing a little research. I'm pretty sure, I think, well, we'll get to it. When I get to it, we'll get to it. But yeah, it might be a little bit on the fence here. So, but I couldn't not take it because you know me, I like the weird and the wonderful. But I got some cool pieces and I got some cool costume pieces too, which, you know, I will often rely back on my costume whenever I can't find my sterling. And luckily, there was a new vendor at the flea market today, and he had some beautiful costume as well as some nice sterling as well. So let's get into the haul. Now, if you are new to me, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. I go live twice a week. I go live on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern and on Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we always have a good time. So please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. All right, so let's get into it. Let's start with some of the costume pieces first. The first thing is I picked up this little miser bag, and this is a beautiful knitted bag that's done with the beads, and this would be considered a little miser bag. Now, it looks like this should be rolled over and sewn, and then one of these little, I guess this would have been in here, and it just needs basically like a little repair job. So this here rope would just need to be sewn in like that, so it would have the little pull string. That makes sense. So that's the only repair that this needs, but it's in really nice condition otherwise. A little staining around this beading here. That might come out though, but it's in really nice condition. And a lot of times when you find these, they're completely falling apart. And yeah, this one is not. It's actually quite nice. So I grabbed this. It was at the estate sale and the price was right. So yes, definitely grab that one. This was a beautiful necklace. This is rhinestone, and this does have some little condition issues to it, but I really liked kind of the X and O, I guess, look to it. And we've got some discolorations on some of the stones, but I just thought that was really pretty. You know, you can't normally get that condition back unless you pop the stones out and bring in all brand new stones. And when a piece is not signed or not a quote unquote relevant piece, so I do not believe this is a Juliana or anything of the like. It just doesn't have the right construction for it, the right heft for it, or anything like that. I would say it's not worth it. And for me, at least, it wouldn't be worth popping stones out, placing them back in. It would be a long, tedious job. Now, I've had people contact me and ask me if I would do that for their rhinestone brooches or pieces. And yes, absolutely, I would. You know, if something's a family memento or, you know, has personal value or whatever, absolutely I would. But I wouldn't do that for resale, absolutely not. But I did really like this because of that whole X and O value, or I guess, look to it. And, you know, honestly, I can live with the discolorations in the stones. It kind of, with that center one, it kind of looks like it's supposed to be. So I was like, all right, I'll take it. I like it. All right. I just found a bezel set crystal necklace over the weekend, over last week. And then here we go. Here's another one, but this one really is Swarovski. The other one was a little faux Swarovski. This one is Swarovski. And this little hang tag will tell us right there. There's this one. And this one's cool because it's AB. These are AB coated crystals. And this one is, it is 30 inches long. And so it is your standard length AB gold tone Swarovski necklace. It's really quite nice. I found a couple fold over cufflinks. And I love these. I love these. Especially when they have this this Rivoli stone. So here's this one with that watermelon Rivoli. And then here's another one with this kind of almost like olive green. And then it kind of flares off some like pink and purple in the right light. I thought both of these were really, really nice. I don't think either one of these are signed. Oh wait, maybe, hold on. This one is Dante. I'm no cufflink expert by any means, but I just really love the looks of this style of cufflink. And I know a lot of women will wear these in like French cuffs, but I just, and that one's a Dante as well. So there we go. But I do have some men that will buy those from me. So yeah, I just thought those were really cool and I figured I'd grab them. Okay, now this necklace, I haven't looked this up to see if I could place this. This is not marked. And this is, it goes up to 17 inches. It is 5 strands. And let me see, I might have to move that over. Check this out. 5 strands of pure 1960s, like, sexiness. Look at that. Look at this. Oh my gosh, look, I'm in love with this necklace. This is so flippin' fantastic. Look at this. So we've got these like branchy gold tone beads, like these long ones. And then we've got the AB crystals, these gold, and then it goes to this amazing end caps. Like, hello? Hello? I think so. And don't buy it. It's okay, don't. Nobody needs to buy this one because I think I could totally rock this all summer long. This is a great, sexy summer necklace. Just picture this with like a white, like tank toppy, flowy dress or a tunic or something. This is, to me, because this just looks like very reminiscent of coral, you know, and you've got this kind of, I don't know, this kind of filigree work with this bead, and then you've got the lightness with the AB crystals. It just screams summer, sexy, beachy, cool. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is a cool, cool, cool necklace, and I am all over it. And now if I can get my light to come back to where it needs to be, we're all good to move on to the next item. You guys are probably like, Lissy, you're crazy. You're crazy. Most of you guys know that. If you are new to my channel, well, now you know. Now you know. You found somebody that's a little on the wild side. Okay, so here's these cool clip earrings. These are really kind of awesome. And they're not signed. And these are older, but these are not signed. And just look at the design on that. That's kind of a cool design. They dangle 1, 2, 3 inches. They are long. They're 3 inches. And they're not heavy. They're not as heavy as you would think they would be. They're not that bad, but these are glass. So yeah, these are nice, very nice. Cool, cool, cool clip earrings there. Okay, so who likes Florenza? I like Florenza. Look at this, gorgeous, gorgeous Florenza bracelet. That is pretty incredible. And then all of these little stations are signed as they should be. This is absolutely beautiful. And let's take a measure on it. And this one is 6 and, oh no, I'm sorry. This one is 7 inches. This is 7 inches. That is so pretty. So really pretty little Florenza bracelet right there. Okay, how about this? This is a Renoir cuff, copper cuff, mid-century modern Renoir copper cuff. Now this is about, it's like 6 1/4. That's, yeah, 6 1/4, sorry. 6 1/4. But it is a clamper, so, you know, you could be a little bit bigger. It's just going to open a little bit. So my wrists are pretty small. So this, you know, closes up on me, but it doesn't give me any extra room. But I love copper. I think this is a fabulous, fabulous clamper. And copper is good for you too. But this one's Renoir. And Renoir has an artistic cousin named Matisse. So this is a Matisse copper necklace. So whenever you see Renoir and Matisse out in the wild for copper jewelry, mid-century modern copper jewelry, you'll see, like, they're probably the two most prolific ones you'll see. So Renoir is always just straight out copper pieces. Like they might have the cutouts, they might be hammered, they might have different designs or whatever, but there's never any enameling on Renoir. It is the same company though. Renoir and Matisse are the same company. So Renoir always has straight out copper. They might have these cool designs, they might have that kind of stuff, but it's always Renoir. But then when you find these enameled, these lovely, beautiful, incredible enameled pieces like this one, look at this necklace, absolutely phenomenal. The enameled pieces are always marked Matisse. So Renoir and Matisse, they're like copper cousins. And, but look at this one. Oh my gosh, I just love it. And again, I love copper enameling. This one actually doesn't seem as short as a lot of these necklaces sometimes do. Maybe it is. Let's see. It's 17 inches at max, so it's not terrible. Now, I tend to not like the fact that you have to go and link it all the way over to here, but you know, you could always add a little copper, some copper links to increase where you put the clip here, you know, the little shepherd's hook, but that'd be an easy little fix. But, you know, regardless, this is gonna look absolutely gorgeous on. So, but yeah, this is so pretty. I just love this. Okay, so then I have this beauty. So we have this absolutely gorgeous faceted black glass, oh, there we go. Faceted black glass necklace with these little baby earrings, little cluster earrings. You can't go wrong with anything like this. I'm dead serious. So, you know, this is like one of those necklaces that anytime I see it, I grab it because I almost feel naked when it's not in my back stock. When I don't have a black faceted necklace like this or a crystal faceted necklace like this, I just feel naked when they're not in there. So here we go. We've got them. So this is 16 inches in length with the little black matching clip earrings, and it's super pretty. I found this pretty brooch, little leaf brooch. That's the back of it right there. Very pretty. And then it did have matching earrings. Here they are. So with some matching earrings. So you can never go wrong with a brooch and earring set like that. And then here is this beautiful little brooch here. Get that a little clearer. There we go. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. It's little, it's not that big. And it is marked on there. And I believe it says, ooh, sorry. Made in Germany. So, what do we know about something when it says made in, does it say made in Germany or made in West Germany? Made in Germany. Well, okay, so this is made in Germany. So then that brings us to know something about this brooch. It says made in Germany. So made in Germany would date this brooch pre-1945, I believe, right? 1944, 45. But what do we see in this brooch that gives us a quandary, if anybody can tell me that? And that is the fact that it has Aurora Borealis, 4 Aurora Borealis stones. So that leads me to believe when this is marked made in Germany, but then has 4 Aurora Borealis stones, that is telling me those stones were replaced. They are beautiful, they look great with this brooch, but those are not original to this brooch. How do we know that? Because Aurora Borealis stones were not created, that coating was not created until 1953, was not produced to 1954, and not mass produced for other companies until 1956. I do have a video, you can go into my, into my videos, you can watch it. It is all about Aurora Borealis stones, but it was created by Daniel Swarovski. It was created for the designer Christian Dior, and it was not mass produced for the markets until 1956. So we know that those stones were replaced. So there you go. Very interesting, huh? But doesn't take away from the fact that this is a double dollar sign brooch. I love it. I love it. And I mean, yes, does it detract from its value? Slightly. Yes, slightly. But whoever did replace these stones did a really nice job. I can see a little bit of a shift there, and a little bit of no, not much of a shift, but I can see a little bit of a shift there. And these two actually back here look really good. So no, it's not, it's gonna maybe, we don't know what the brooch looked like, so it's not gonna detract from it that much. And it is what people will pay for it, to be honest. That's what I usually will say. If it's beautiful, if it's rare, this is definitely, in my mind, this is definitely like a $40 to $45 brooch right here. Hands down, any day. It's absolutely gorgeous. The colors, the style, everything. It's gorgeous. So that's my opinion. I just thought this guy was cute, little Roadrunner. Super cute, and I don't think he's marked, but he's adorable. And then check out these. These are Weiss earrings. And I just thought that was really an interesting little look to them. And they're signed Weiss, New York. Very Art Deco looking. I thought those were kind of cool. Okay, then I found this. I was so excited to find. If any of you guys have been with me for a while, you know that this looks familiar. I had this brooch, this almost exact same brooch, maybe a year and a half ago or so, 2 years going on. Actually, I had a couple of these, and these are Bakelite. This is Bakelite, and it's a brooch. And the ones I had before were the same exact way. Somebody just like threw a pin back on them. I'm not really sure how they might have originally been, but that is how this one is, and that is how the others were. I had one that the pin back had actually fallen off and had to be reattached, and they were literally just attached by glue. So if these were not supposed to be like that originally, I don't know. I can't find anything about this particular style. I still haven't been able to figure it out. It's not in the book that I saw or anything, but these are like little metal like nubs into the Bakelite. It's like apple juice Bakelite. And then you've got this like swirly green in there for this one. The one that I had before, I had like a blue, I think it was blue. There was like a reddish one on the inside, and then the green. I think I had 3 different colors, 3 or 4. But I was excited to see this. I was like, oh my God, I need that. I had that once before. So this is super cool. Just really a neat piece. And that is all Bakelite tested. I retested this one, even though I knew it was going to be, I did test it. I saw this, and then I was like, oh, that looks, and it was in a box with a few others, and it said Bakelite marble Bakelite ring. And I was like, and I was buying a bunch from this guy, and he's like, oh yeah, if you get a bunch, I'll give you a deal. So I threw it in there, and you know, when I tested it or held it, I was thinking it should be okay, but then after a while, after like now, like walking through my house and everything, I feel like this is too light, and it did not test like Bakelite when I got home. It did not test for Bakelite. And then when I got home, I realized there was like a tag covering the inside here that said Bakelite for the ring was, and they were asking $30 for this ring. And so he had a tag there. When I got home, I took the tag off, and look at this. So you know that's not Bakelite. When you can scratch that like that, it's not Bakelite. So, I mean, the guy that I bought a bunch of stuff from, he was really cool. I don't think he did anything intentional. But when I went online and I went to look and I Googled, I found a bunch of these marble, end-of-day marble Bakelite rings. Okay, one, if you're comparing it to glass, that's not end-of-day, but whatever, we're not even going to go there. But 3 pictures that I saw all had the same kind of scratching on the inside, and you know that's not Bakelite. When it scratches like that, you know that's not Bakelite. So buyer beware when you're buying stuff online, especially for something like Bakelite that's so easily you know, faked. And make sure that if you figure out that it's fake, you know, that you can do something about it. So anyway, yeah, it's not Bakelite, but I'm gonna say this, it's a cool ring, and regardless, you know, I mean, the guy was so sweet. I'm not gonna do anything. He's a new guy for me. I definitely want to establish a relationship with him because he had some good stuff, and he was pulling stuff out from underneath, and I was like, oh, okay, all right. And he's like, oh, I've got so much more at home. I'm like, okay, where do you live? And he told me, I'm like, well, that's only a half an hour away from where I live. So, all right, check this out. These are little, I don't know, they almost look little Indian deities or whatever, but these are Japanese, and they're made in Japan. You can see the little Japanese letters on the bottom. And they are so flippin' cool. They are carved celluloid. And I did not find this exact one online, but I did find another carved celluloid one that had actually sterling silver. These I don't believe are sterling. I didn't test it, but I'm doubting that they're sterling. And they were like $200 for the set. But this isn't sterling. But those are pretty freaking phenomenal little carved guys. I was like, yeah, I'll take him. I think he's cool. I don't know. Like I said, I like the weird. I like the weird stuff. So, all right. So let's get into some of this other stuff that I've got. So not all of it's weird. Okay. This is the sterling. So that's all the costume I picked up. I got some cool costume. Don't you think? I think I did. All right. So first thing I got was this cool piece. If I can get my thing to come up. Okay, so this is, I swear I've had this before, but maybe not. This is just a simple little sterling and ruby pendant on a sterling silver chain. Can't go wrong with that. Just a nice little, like, rough ruby piece. Very, very pretty. And, oh, you probably want to know how long the chain is, huh? It's an 18-incher. So that one's very pretty. And then, I don't know why, like, if you were at my live last night, we talked about hematite. And I don't know why, but I found another hematite, like, really cool, you know what, hematite necklace. Look at this. It's got this sterling silver leaf. And then it's a little hematite, or a little push clasp right here. I think this is kind of fabulous, don't you? And that's all sterling. And then, yeah. So the length on this one, if anybody does like it, it's I mean, it's like tight. It's going to be like 15.5 inches. It's coming right up on your neck. So, you know, somebody with like me that does not have a very thin neck is probably not going to be able to pull it off. But it's a pretty cool necklace. Found this. That's just kind of cute. Little abalone. And this is sterling too. This little necklace. This is sterling. Right there. And it all tested. All tested. I test everything. So please never ever be concerned. This necklace here is super beautiful. Look at that. Look at that sterling and marcasite and or amethyst and marcasite pendant. Look at how pretty that is. And then it's on a sterling silver chain that is it's actually 20 inches. It's measuring 20 inches. It's just, that's so stinking elegant and pretty. And then look at that. So that's marcasites. And that's all sterling. And I want to say this was like a QVC piece, but I mean, there were some nice pieces on there. 18-inch chain. And the pendant is 1.5 inches in diameter. So it's a good size, to be honest. It's a really good size. That's just a nice little chain. It's a, you know, how many chains is there? 1, 2, 3 chains. And then these little beads that kind of hold it all together. And there's what, 3 stations. There is an extender, so it can be adjusted. And it is up to 18 inches at max. Oh, looks like there's a name on here. gorgeous Italy. Very pretty though. Okay. All right, this necklace, I know there's gonna be some of you guys who are gonna be loving this. It is 16.5 inches. And we have multiple gemstones and marcasite. Look at this. And it is a collar style. Grab my little. They're pretty. So got all those little gemstones. It's like citrine and blue topaz and amethyst and garnet, and yeah, super pretty. Yeah, that's a pretty, pretty, pretty one. And let me just pop the Presidium on and check some of these stones. All the stones may be just faceted glass. Oh. So we may not have real stones. It is real sterling because I tested all of the sterling before I sat down here, but it may not be real stones. That's too bad. But regardless, it is a gorgeous necklace. So real sterling, not real stones on that. I can live with that though. That's for sure. Check this out. I love this one. So here, this is sterling silver. And then that appears to be like a cat's eye bead. It's not a tiger's eye. It's like a cat's eye bead. I don't think it's tiger's eye. It's glass or cold. Yeah, it's glass. But that is another really pretty necklace. And this one is 20 inches. 20 inches long. So that's another pretty, pretty piece. Okay, so I'm just moving this a little bit. Give ourselves a little bit more room here. Okay, so bracelet. Oh, okay, so then we're gonna go into the necklace that maybe I shouldn't have bought, maybe I should have. I think it's cool. It's a hazmat issue, I'm sure. But check this out. This is a really cool old vintage, and it's marked sterling. So I'm thinking this has got to be like, I don't even know, like when this might have come out. Maybe some of you guys would know. That is a little glass vial, and that is a ball of mercury in that glass vial. Now, this chain was either replaced or it never was on a sterling chain. This chain is not sterling. This is sterling. But I was like, oh yeah, that is so flippin' cool. I had to have it. And I looked because, you know, if somebody did want it, I did look. I actually can ship this. I can ship it. So it's not completely a illegal substance. I just can't ship it in large quantities. So like I wouldn't be able to ship more than like one of these to somebody. Well, thank God I don't have more than one. But yeah, mercury is very dangerous if this were to like explode or something. If you inhale mercury, of course, it's very, very dangerous. But I remember like breaking, when I was a kid, I remember breaking a glass thermometer on purpose to try to like catch the little mercury balls. I swear to God, I remember doing that and then getting in so much trouble by my parents, who, my mom was a doctor and my dad was a nurse. So like, of course they're going to get mad at me. But yeah, like, I think that's cool. I do. I think that's cool. So that is, that's my dangerous item. The dangerous item that I probably shouldn't have gotten, but I couldn't leave it. Oh, look at, there's a little tiny ball. And then you can like, somehow I got it to like where there was 2 balls. It's freaking cool. So if you have like any sciencey kind of thing to you, you might like that necklace. I found these. These are the only earrings I found today. But I found those. They're amber. I thought those were kind of cool. Yeah, let me know what you think about that mercury necklace. I was just like, oh yeah. Okay, so I got some bracelets. First one, this is dichroic glass. This is some of the nicest dichroic glass I've seen. And it's done as a cabochon in this beautiful native cuff. And isn't that just fab? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it totally is. It's fabulous. Completely 100% fabulous. And this is sits at about 6 3/4 right now. There's a little bit of give, but look at that. That just reminds me of like the Aurora Borealis, doesn't it? It's amazing. And then look at this with the birds. I'm like, yeah, yep. Take that one too. And this one is also sitting at about 6 3/4. So loving this one. I think that's like an opal. His one eye is an opal. So super pretty. And then probably the find of the day in terms of like value is this. So what is this, Leslie? Well, let me tell you. This is a early 1940s Hobey sterling flower panel bracelet. And honestly, I have seen a lot of these, but I have not seen this one. And it took me a lot of research to try to find this exact one. And I could only find one sale from this particular style of bracelet. And it was from 2013, I think it was. Hobey sterling right there. I mean, this is like, this is incredible. This is incredible. And it just clips like that. This is going to be a small bracelet. How small? It's at about a 6 1/4, I think. What is that line right there? Yeah, this is going to sit at about a 6 1/4. So not very big. So 6 1/4. And if I can get it to open, there we go. And then, but just look at that, the dimension, everything with those flowers. There's almost like a Danish look to them. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I just think that's so pretty, so pretty. And then I found this, absolutely amazing. This is a sterling silver brooch. I think there was 2 missing stones right there and there, but I am not going to replace those. So this will be sold as is. Those 2 stones are not detracting from the value, not by much at least. Mark sterling in the back. It could detract more if I try to replace those stones and the stones don't match completely in terms of like the other stones. I'd be at risk of devaluing it more by doing a repair. So I will not be. I'll leave it to somebody else. to do it. And then I found a bunch of rings, of course, because Sundays are always my day to find rings. So let's take a look at the rings. So first things first, this is a gorgeous Larimar. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Larimar. So, and that is about a 7 3/4. Beautiful. This is a size 10. And what stone is this? So I believe this is iolite. It goes into that iolite, tourmaline, garnet area. It's so pretty. It's that lavender color. So iolite maybe? I think tanzanite's a little lighter or darker. This is a size 5. Beautiful labradorite. Okay. Not 100% on this here. Is it dichroic glass? Is it, what is this? I don't know. It's cool, whatever it is. It's a size 8.5. Is it tested glass? It tests as glass, so I'm going to assume this is some kind of glass. So it's cool. Okay, look at this. Okay, that's just some kind of bling bling, and I thought it was really pretty, so I'm like, okay, and it does test. So okay, so the big blue center stone that might be a London blue topaz, because that is big, bright, and it tests as a topaz. And of course the greens are peridos. And then the blues are topaz. So that is a pretty phenomenal ring. And it's all marked. And this is a size 7, and it's probably 7 1/4. Let's see, I'm gonna take off this ring and try this one on. So it's still that like cigar band style. So you'll still have like, this figure here is like a 7, sometimes just shy of a 7. This measures 7 1/4, but look at my finger fat. It's just popping up. So you might be dealing with that because it is completely flat on the inside. But that is such a pretty, pretty ring. But see what I mean? Like there's no undercarriage that kind of dips in that will absorb your finger fat. And that's what I like to look for in a ring. That's super pretty. I like that though. So that was a gorgeous, gorgeous native style ring. And that is marked sterling. And that turquoise is intense. And it is a size 6. Then I found this one here that I thought was great with the kind of like that inlay design. And it is a 4.75. It's little. Price was right, but it's little. Okay, this, I have to look. I couldn't see it. Granted, it was really dark in there. Okay, it says Thailand. I've had this ring before, but it was Nikki Butler. Oh, this is BBJ. BBJ is Sajan? Is BBJ Sajan? It's BBJ is somebody. But not Nikki Butler. But I swear I had this exact same ring as a Nikki Butler ring. And this is all garnet. And a size 10 3/4, I'm going to say. So, yeah, beautiful garnets. 10 3/4. BBJ. I have to remember who BBJ is. This is a 7.25, and this is amber. And this has a nice, like, big undercarriage. So I would say, I bet you if you are a 7.5, you're going to be fine with this ring. Even though it says 7.25 on here. And there's your glow for the amber. This is really quite pretty. And we've got our marks for the amber on the outside. So it's probably Polish or Russian or something along those lines. This I thought was a really cool shield ring. I don't know if there's marks anywhere. There's just that one. Indonesia. And it's heavy too. And this is a 7.75. Really cool shield. Here's another cool, like, multi-gem ring. It's a lot like the garnet, I thought, so I just thought it was kind of pretty. And I think this one is also marked something else. It's 925. This one's a bigger size too. This one's an 11. So everybody was complaining, oh, you have too many size 7s. Well, now I've got other sizes, people. Okay, look at this. This is cool. This has like a natural inclusion in that amber right there. It's oh, that's actually, no, that's not. That's where this, that's the little sterling plug, like where it holds that amber piece in. That's sweet. I don't know what I'm talking about now. Look at that. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I just like the kind of like the sides with these little like droplets, ball droplets there. I thought that was cool. And then I'm like, oh, I thought that was like an inclusion. I'm like, well, that kind of looks cool. Not realizing it was sterling because it was dark in there. It's a 7.5. Beautiful amber. That's a cool little gemstone ring. All different gems. This one measures a size 7. Center one's a ruby. And we've got emerald. This one here tested as diamond. I know she told me that when I was there, so I just tested it. That did, and that did, it does test as diamond. So I've got an emerald, a diamond, a pearl. That looks like carnelian. Then we've got, I don't know. We'll wait to test the rest of them. But yeah, so that one did test as diamond though. She was right. She was right. Oh, look at this. Now this looks like so much like the one ring I sold the other day. So this is, oh, is this adjustable? Oh, it's adjustable. Even better. Mark 925. And nothing else, huh? Crazy. But look at this. We've got labradorite, moonstone, I believe. That looks like kyanite. And oh my goodness. And tourmaline? Or could that be amethyst? No, it's tourmaline. Oh, and that is, I think, chalcedony. Or aquamarine. Okay, so that I think is aquamarine. That is tourmaline, that is kyanite, and labradorite. And this is adjustable. And that is pretty damn fabulous. This is gorgeous. I have a similar ring. I had a similar ring like this. And that was not adjustable. That was in gold wash. So probably not as desirable. But that I just sold last week. But this one I think is, that's like amazing. It looks great with my nails. Maybe I'll keep it. At least till this manicure's done. And then look at this. So we've got labradorite and what is this stone? I think it's hematite. I think it's hematite. It looks silvery. I'm pretty sure it's hematite. So labradorite and hematite. And this is a size 6. No, not adjustable, but look at that one. That one's pretty sweet too. Okay, look at this. This is onyx in sterling silver. Size 6. Now this is something you do have to be careful with because you do not want to, I mean, onyx is not the hardest out of all of the stones. So you can still hurt it or damage it. So, but that is absolutely gorgeous. So beautiful. There is another hematite ring. Looks onyx there, but it is hematite. And this one is a size 8.5. So pretty fabulous there. Look at the Roman glass. Now this is a Paz or PZ, which I think a lot of you guys know how much I love their stuff. It's a QVC jewelry brand, but their stuff is phenomenal. And just look at that ring. This is, look at that. Amazing. I thought that was really pretty, this little rose. I thought that was really nice. And that's a size 7. Very, very pretty, very cute. Oh yeah, I forgot I got this. Just like, if you ever shop like me and then you're like, oh wait, I forgot I got that. This is a poison ring. This is another poison ring. Let's see. It's gotta go. It opens from the side. How come it doesn't open? It opens somehow, right? Just need to figure out how to open it. Well, it's a poison ring. I just need to figure out how to, oh, you just gotta open it, Leslie, just open it. So there it is. There we go. And with a spider. So again, nobody needs to buy this. It's totally fine. This is a 7.75. Oh my God. This is fabulous. Me and my bugs. Oh, I love this. So spider poison ring. And it's okay. If you guys are afraid of them, it's okay. I'll keep them. Totally cool. Okay. I had to get this because I thought this was adorable, and that's just it's like a spinner ring, but this car can just go around and around and around and around and around. And I don't know. I just thought it was cute. And it's like a little VW bug, sterling silver ring. It's a size, technically it's a size 7 according to the mandrel, but I would probably put it on a small, like a 6.5 at least, or whatever. I just think that's so darn cute. And then the last ring is this little starfish. And are these little, is this iolite? I think. Yeah. It appears to be iolite. So, again, another cutie. So, that, you know, honestly, for going in and having a panic attack when I first realized that I wasn't not going to see my vendor, I think I did okay today. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. If you made it through all the way to the end, comment Angel. I would love to hear, I would love to know that you made it through all the way to the end and you commented Angel. And let's see, if you are interested in any of these items and you are a channel member, you know what to do. You can go ahead and reach out to me. Let me know what you're interested in. If you're interested in any of these items and you are not a channel member, definitely go check out the channel memberships. There's information down below about being a channel member. You can look in the description for the link if you don't see it. But check out the channel memberships. There's a few different levels that you can join. But all of them will include buying at pre-sale from any of these videos, and also bi-weekly Zoom calls, meetings, get-togethers, Q&A chats, informational stuff, all that fun stuff. We get together twice a week on Mondays, Monday afternoons. That's going to be starting next week, and that's going to be a ton of fun. And yeah, so definitely check out those channel memberships, and I definitely try to make those well worth it. So hopefully I'll hear from you, and otherwise don't forget, live sales Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, and I will see you here soon for another haul. Love you all. I hope you enjoyed all this beautiful jewelry. Now I gotta go put it all back, and we'll see you soon. Bye.